Good evening. This is Iyabo. Today is day, I do it again, 27 of the Go Live Every Day on Facebook Challenge by Lou Bartone. And I have been taking us through this entire month leadership nuggets. And the main thing I've talked about is emotional intelligence and factors that affect emotional intelligence and some of the things we can do to improve our emotional intelligence, since emotional intelligence is the key distinguishing factor in leadership. So today we're on the fifth component of emotional intelligence, and we're on one of the subsets of this fifth component. Each of the components and the subsets has been addressed, and you can find it on my blog, on Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about stress tolerance, and I love this subject. So let me tell you about what stress tolerance is. Stress tolerance is the ability to function well in the midst of challenging and stressful situations and to shoulder stress without getting overwhelmed. To shoulder stress without getting overwhelmed. So you may or may not know, but there's good stress and there's bad stress, right? And so good stress is stress that motivates us and puts a little bit of pressure on us to move forward and do certain things. Bad stress is the kind of stress that debilitates us and causes us to deteriorate. So with too little stress tolerance, if we don't have enough stress tolerance, we stay stressed out or anxious, we procrastinate, we get agitated, we're helpless or hopeless, and we lack self-confidence or a sense of power and personal control over a situation, right? So the thing is that to have stress tolerance, you have to have a certain amount of confidence. You have to have an understanding, hey, this is life. Life happens, right? And you have to have resilience, the ability to say, okay, there's stress, but you know what, I'm bigger than this situation, or let me remember the 28 other situations I was recently in and how I overcame those situations. So stress tolerance is important. If we have too much stress tolerance, however, there are problems there. It means that you're blind or ignorant to certain consequences. It means you're not invested in the outcome. You know how that all those folks that are like, well, you know, life happens or whatever, they're not invested in the outcome of the situation. If you are not stressed at all by bad things happening, it's time to ask yourself a few questions. You may be emotionally disconnected. You may be overly confident. You may be conceited. This thing of emotionally disconnected is an important factor to address. Our emotions are a language that tell us something is going on. Hi there, Phoebe. They tell us something is going on. They tell us, our emotions say this is good, this is bad. I feel this is good, I feel this is bad. So our emotions play a role in communicating to us what's going on internally. And to get aware of your emotions is key. So one of the very first components, hey sis, one of the very first components we discussed in the first week of emotional intelligence is the key marker that sets successful people apart from other people. And that number one key marker is self-awareness. Because when you're aware of what's going on internally, then you can now influence what goes on externally. So to have emotional self-awareness, that, wait a minute, why are my emotions not engaged in this experience? Why am I not feeling any stress when your stress tolerance is too low to match the situation? These are questions you have to ask yourself. And developing self-awareness, which means tuning in to the amazing and wonderful creature that you are, and paying attention to what's going on in your inner ecology is key to your success. That is what we're here for, to know who we are, to understand ourselves, to make connections between our experiences, and to create a life given the tools that we have. Yes, ma'am, self-awareness is the key component of emotional intelligence. I'm so glad you joined me today, Sister Shola. So today's message on stress tolerance. If you have issues identifying stress tolerance, whether you identify it, you can't identify it, or you're experiencing too much stress and you don't know how to tolerate it by creating more resilience, or you're not even in tune with the fact that you're in a stressful situation, I invite you to reach out. Connect with me. Let's see what we can do about it. That's what I do. I'm a professional at these things. Thanks for joining me today. Have a lovely and awesome week. Bye-bye.